It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight. Just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Mahomes' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run with the former Bill, Zach Moss. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. This drive has probably been exactly what they wanted so far to start this football game.
You talk about a combination of effective play calling and even better execution, plus a pretty good explosive run right there. No doubt about it.
But it'll leave a sour taste in their mouth if they don't polish this one off. Swift is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run with Swift.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's got room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. They set up the screen for Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Henry up the middle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You talk about this Bengals defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And able to get this to the 31.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8. Herbert now. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Herbert off of play action. He'll buy some time right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Palmer. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And down to the 7-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man here is Conklin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
A leap, and he's got it. Derrick Henry finding a way to get the feet down. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Down the left sideline, Calvin Ridley. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing. And they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Tyler Conklin from 19 yards away. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
Short pass caught by Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Second and 10.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now Mahomes.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. Buying time to his left.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Bengals grab it.
He's on his way.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Point after here coming up. And that makes it a 9-point game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Man open. Here is Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll roll him out right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll buy some time right. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, You've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked off by Josie Jewell.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throws right side, and that's complete.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tyler Conklin, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Returnable here for Davis.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. There he goes, right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 37.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
DeAndre Swift.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 3rd down, Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On fourth down, Herbert breaks through the contact, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Come on, let's go. Puka Nacua, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. Now he's into the clear again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 52 yards. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Flushed out right. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Henry again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Ravens are back within a score. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time. There he goes, left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Now Mahomes.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's 3rd and 7. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Now Herbert rolling to his right. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Cincinnati, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.
And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.